Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Call of Cthulhu. This is your host, Callan Hale. So why don't you sit back, relax, grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite beverage, throw in your headphones, turn out the lights, and let's dive into the madness of H.P. Lovecraft. Now, in the last episode, we got tasked with opening the safe. I think there are probably some clues around. Let's go look for them. Chessboard.
Things are not looking good.
There are 4 pieces on the chessboard. Okay, let's listen to a cylinder.
Like precious stones lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay, so we gotta look for red
I finally
drop.
understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
So, I think volume 9 has something important. And look at the chessboard. Protect the queen.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Goblet seems very ancient. It seems made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? We have 1 ruby, 2 rubies, 3 rubies, 4 rubies, 5 rubies. Say, if we don't count the queen, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 10. There's 3 soldiers left, 5 rubies, and he mentioned a volume.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Volume 1.
What did Drake say about this collection?
3.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
2.
So these are the volumes that Drake
2.
was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection?
9. Azoff and Other Horrors, a collection of poems by Edward Pickman Derby. Also known as the Nightmare Lyrics, this collection of poems sensationally received and first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. This volume, part of Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and the supernatural. So, he mentioned the 9th book. We saw, there were 5 rubies and 3 soldiers? Okay. Maybe it's rubies, book soldiers? Or maybe, just in the order we saw them, rubies were in the chalice, soldiers were on the board, protecting the queen, and the book he mentioned was the 9th volume. Nice. I would not be touching that book. When y'all are watching this, it will be Sunday the 18th. I am currently recording this on Saturday the 11th, or Sunday the 11th. So I hope everybody had a good week. If you are enjoying this, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. I'm also going to be uploading on Facebook some of my videos. Probably won't be Call of Cthulhu. I'm not sure. I kind of want to give like a week lead time between each video getting uploaded. In a nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He had discovered Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin, lied inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Okay, we're back in the Riverside Institute for Chapter 8.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Let's go with
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
And the last one.
Examine his abdomen. It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
Okay, we're just jumping right to
I
that.
believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your
Yeah,
imagination
right.
is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
His limbs, his body temperature. I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this is going too far.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Could it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man has the attributes of some kind of animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
That sounds like a threat.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Okay. Here's more on the occult. The exceptional dagger of Ottoman origin originally dates from the 16th century. It bears the elder sign on its hilt, and it apparently belonged to Hargali Ibrahim Pasha, Grand Vizier of the court of Suleiman the Magnificent. Legend tells that Hargali used the symbol on the dagger to protect court from creatures that haunted the mirrors of the palace. What is certain is that Suleiman had his vizier executed. Did he fear him for his demonstration of power? Extract from the Art of Mysticism, Francis Sanders' Forgotten Object. Oh, we've read these. These were, we read chapter 7, and we went through all of our knowledge. Her sleeping pills and the books we read. Oh, I can't select peers. Okay.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan. Oh, listen to the way.
Administration. We're just going to explore a bit, see what we can find.
That silly goose lets herself be dropped.
I had a feeling his office would be around somewhere. A locker room. Ooh, thanks. Reference Book of Medical Sciences. Like a dictionary, this work references the alphabetical order of all medical sciences known and practiced in the modern world. For each of the entries, the major works and names of reference authorities are listed. Okay.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Wow.
Wait a
Jeez.
minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office.
Hmm.
But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Okay. Distract Donovan. Alright.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
No. I have to distract Donovan. Boiler room.
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
What? Pharmacy. Ooh,
The
what's that?
doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Prescription for barbiturates signed by Dr. Fuller. Homo delinque. The pseudoscience work by Cesar Labrasto correlates an individual's morphology with his criminal predisposition. The seriousness of the study, an active service demonstration can deceive an uninformed reader.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment. We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Alright. So Donovan's not doing her job properly. You talk to this person. Where are they? Oh, who's that?
Dr. Colden?
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Ah, doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out. I'll just sleep a bit more.
Mrs. Sanders? Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
File describes state which Irene Sanders entered Riverside Institute as well as treatment administered. Fuller added a handwritten note. Here comes to take her down the psychiatric wing in order to provide her with the quiet rest that she needs. That's suspicious.
Dr. Colden?
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White
Oh.
froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
I don't know if I made the right call there, but I am no medical professional. I know a bit about being a medic,
It's
but
a
that's
quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Ooh, maybe he can help. Grady.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work. Where did my fiancée go?
Oh.
I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Okay. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
How do I cause a distraction? She is the head nurse, it seems.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Yep.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Now the question is...
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Okay. Let's go around and see if there's any other patients that need help. From what I understand, this is early 1920s state hospitals and what they were like.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Alright, now let's find the boiler room again. Ooh, kitchen. Let's see what's in here. Like I mentioned before, this is much more going to be me exploring because I don't remember this game too well.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Administration, men's bathroom. Where's the boiler room? There's the doctor's office.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
I think this is admin.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Standard practice. File is incomplete and does not respect standard
Dr.
practice.
Holden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
I saw him, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up, without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds, and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor.
Okay. I think once we get back to the boiler room, that is where we will call this episode. Oh, the Hawkins one. Generous donor and unfailing support. That is block B. Storage room. This is a restroom. Block A, men's bathroom, administration.
She's a witch, an old hag.
I know I saw the boiler room at one point.
I'm the one who pays.
I have a feeling that will be our next save point. Block B. Thought I stopped right into block B. Here's reception. Storage room. I had to mute there. Me there for a second, had to sneeze and had a coughing fit. Surgical ward. Ah, there it is. Boiler room.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Okay, and that is where we are going to call this episode, everybody. As always, I have been your host, Callan Hale. Thank you very much for watching. Hydrate, medicate if you have to, eat some good food, and know you are worth it, you are worthy, and you deserve love. It's the holiday season still, and I know it can be rough for a lot of people. Reach out to somebody and just let them know you care. That single act of kindness is free, and it takes 30 seconds and can make that person's day. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode of Call of Cthulhu.